Hello, my loves, and welcome to Chemistry with Kismet Tarot. This is the Inception Collective Pick a Card reading, and today we are going to be talking all about Aquarius season. So Aquarius season actually began on January 21st. So we're a few days in, and hopefully some of you can feel that energy shift between Capricorn's very disciplined, grounded, down to earth, let's get things going, let's get our stuff done energy, and this beautiful uptick of Aquarian humanitarian energy that we have coming in. I know for me personally, I have definitely felt this shift, this almost a light-hearted, taking it off my shoulders shift of energy where everything that had seemed quite difficult or seemed like it was going to be this uphill battle has suddenly just alleviated a lot. And that is definitely Aquarius innovative and independent energy. So this Aquarius season, there's really a major focus that Spirit has brought to my awareness on balance. And balance seems to be kind of the theme for 2022. But this balance is more about the individual and the humanitarian. So Aquarian energy is all about humanitarian work. However, Aquarian energy is also very much, I'm going to do it my way, let me be me. And that, to me, is an incredibly important thing. We all want to have our own unique individuality amongst the collective or amongst the world. And Aquarian energy is all about finding that balance between helping others and helping the self, healing others and healing the self. And I'm generalizing here because I really don't believe that we as healers, myself included, ever really heal other people. We help facilitate healing, but we do heal ourselves. And so it is all about that balance between the give and the take out in the world and in our own personal lives, the give and the take in our own personal lives and our own person. And this Aquarius season is really asking us to think about where are we in balance and where are we out of balance. And so this pick a card, we've got 4 piles, is all about what Aquarius season is bringing for you. So as you can see, we've got 4 different tarot decks and we've got 4 different oracle decks. And so I want you guys to cast your gaze upon them, spend some time looking at the cards and feel into which is right for you, whether it's pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there are different sorry, my brain just completely shut off. There are different crystals on them in case you prefer to choose through visual sight. So I'll let you guys go ahead and take a look, and we will see you over in your piles. below pile 1 for any of you who have chosen pile 1. We're going to take a look first at the oracle cards to get kind of the overall energy and themes of the Aquarius season, and then we will dive into your tarot cards, and I have some oracle decks out just in case we need some clarifiers. So the first one we have here is Gate 58, and it says, like above and like below, joy through creativity spreads lightness, which is actually a Capricorn placement, which is funny because it seems as though you're pulling some of that Capricorn energy through. And this correlates to the root center or the root chakra. So your challenge during Aquarius season is you are not a salmon, so why fight your natural rhythm and attempt to swim upstream? Dissatisfaction will not be alleviated through fighting oneself. Your lesson, there is a life force of vitality within us all. It ebbs and flows in rhythmic cycles, and we can, through awareness, attune to and live more fully and harmoniously. The frequency that you want to be holding on to during this time is there is true blissful joy in relinquishing control and flowing with life. You are the only one, or the only thing standing in the way of this experience. So this is all about really letting your joy, letting your creativity flow in harmony with the natural rhythms of the world, of the moon, of your life, but also in the natural flow state with spirit. So I also have mindful messages and a couple other ones. So we have grief. Tears are what happens when the ice in the heart melts. Meditation, and that's card 25. And then we have your mindfulness message is the better it gets. When things happen that cause me to feel good, I know there are much more good feeling things coming my way. The better it gets, and I keep rising up. All right, so let's get into this. So first of all, with this grief card, I get the sense that you guys have been going through it. Just going through it. That's all I'm hearing. You're going through it. But when I was pulling these cards, they came out so quickly, so easily, so eagerly. And it's this energy of coming in and bringing this genuine lightness to your heart. This grief, this sadness that you have been bearing for so long, it doesn't need to continue, and it's not meant to continue. And one of the great ways is always going to be through meditation. Now, I'm one that will say meditation is key, or a great awareness is key. We all learn how to meditate in our own ways. We learn what to do that works for us, and it is literally about being mindful of what we're doing for ourselves. Meditation, there is no right or wrong way, and forgive me, there may be many people who disagree with me, but that is genuinely my take on it. So if you are feeling like there is this state of grief, let the emotions out, because when you let those heavy emotions out, that lightness really comes in. And for me, talking about my emotions and feeling my emotions, crying them out, it's a form of meditation. So you can meditate in so many different ways. And this is very much about balance, because it looks to me, with the better it gets in grief, it looks to me as though when you start focusing on you during this time, when you start putting more love and attention into you and into the natural flow of everything, and really getting yourself grounded in letting things go and letting things flow, and forgive me for the, cliche, but when you get into that state, everything does genuinely get better, and you start seeing that all of these things that you have suffered from and gone through that have knocked you down and held you back were done in order to help you gain that awareness so that you can grow more and so everything can get better. So let's take a look at your tarot cards here. All right, Spirit, what do we have for pile 1? Spirit. Too many cards. Cards are being a bit stubborn here. It's funny, your oracle cards came out so easily, but your tarot cards are very resistant. What kind of resistant energy is it that you guys are holding on to right now? How can we let that go? Spirit. Got the Queen of Cups. See this, the Four of Pentacles. Like I said, there's something that you're hanging on to. Are these? Yep. Okay. 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, I giggle because I actually was thinking that maybe I should bring this card up because I saw it as I was cutting, and then I didn't. Bring it up, shuffled a few more times, and it's still there. The back of the deck is this 4 of Cups. Okay, here you guys go. We've got the 4 of Cups. So, you guys have this beautiful, emotionally intuitive understanding and awareness. But because of the depths of what you guys feel all the time, it's really caused you to just walk up. And that's what I get from these 4 cards. We've got the 4 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups here. And that's literally what I'm getting from these 2 cards, is this locking up energy. You don't want to see or believe that there is anything that has the potential. And that's likely because of this. Now, I know a lot of people say the 9 of Wands is like the wounded warrior. It's the person who has been through something. But this card to me has always been, especially in this deck, it's always been this sovereign person who knows, I have spent all this time building these things. I will not quit. I will hold my light high and I will keep going. And this is what you guys are aiming at. And it's absolutely possible. Doesn't want to focus. I apologize, guys. There's so many pentacles here, but if you see the way that the pentacles are surrounded by the cups and the wands, your emotions and your actions need to get realigned in order for you to start creating and making the reality that you want in this life. And in Aquarius season especially, when you cling and hold tight with this notion that because of all the grief and the sorrow that you've been through, joy and happiness and abundance is not possible for you. It holds you back from living so fully. It holds you back from living true to yourself. And it holds you back from the blessings that Spirit genuinely is waiting to bring into your life. There's so much peace waiting, just waiting in the wings here for you guys. I'm going to pull a couple of clarifiers. Spirit, can you give me a little bit more for pile 1 here? Don't let your emotions lock you up. Okay. hearing really strongly, don't let your emotions lock you up. Emotions are meant to be felt, they're meant to be experienced, but they're not meant to be a hindrance. They're not meant to harm you. Okay, so I have here, healing the heart takes time, gentleness, and love. When there is trauma and pain, when your heart aches, it, like any other wound, needs to heal. You hold miraculous healing abilities within your own heart and soul. Give your heart time, give your heart gentleness, give your heart all the love you've poured into others. This, my love, is how you heal your heart. And I'm going to put that over here on the grief card because it feels as though that is what we have here. Release, relinquish, and recover. It is time, my dear, to relinquish your sense of control. Release your hidden darknesses and pains to your guides and angels, and let your heart connect to the divine creator and recover. Heal, darling, beloved one. Heal. Heal fully and completely. I think we're getting a theme here. A lot of throat chakra, a lot of crown chakra, and a lot of heart chakra here. As far as the coloring goes, there is a lot of those upper chakras that are begging to be healed. And all of it is very much sourced from your heart. And then it says courage and conviction. In every facet of life, from the mundane to magical, move forward with courage and conviction of purpose for your highest self. Do not rush forward with fear. Hold on to your courageous being and conviction of purpose. And this is, again, like I said, you guys, I was picking up that you have some deep emotional, intuitive awareness. It says your empath abilities are a gift from the divine. They are not a curse. My dear love, I see your struggles, know your tears, and feel your pain within you. I ask of you to take another viewpoint. Look again, my darling. See the light your love brings to the darkness. Truly, I have given you a gift. It may feel heavy at times, but you are chosen for your inner strength and light. You are gifted. I can tell you from personal experience as an empath that one of the hardest things that we're going to go through as an empath is the depth and breadth of our emotions. The true, just overwhelming way in which we feel and we perceive the world based off of those emotions, our heart, our ability to love in a way that most people just don't love in that way. And that's okay. It truly is a blessing, and I know most of the time it doesn't feel like it. But Spirit is not the only one saying it. I am too, telling you. These are genuine gifts from the divine, and they are blessings for you. And when you let yourself feel, let those emotions work through you, flow through you, and feel them completely, a whole new you opens up, and a whole new world opens up. Your gifts open up, your blessings come flooding in, and your life just changes. And I can't make you believe me, and I can already feel that there is going to be so much resistance to what I'm saying, because it doesn't feel like it's even possible. And I sound like I am so naive or don't have any clue. I don't have clue one about what you're dealing with, and that's true. I don't. But I know pain and love and sorrow and happiness. I know the full gamut of emotions, and I know that it does get better. It does get better, and joy is possible, and happiness is possible. And when you go and you allow yourself to go into the creative flow of things, it is in those moments especially that life changes and you get that release and you get to give to Spirit the things that you no longer want to carry, because Spirit is waiting to carry it for you, and you grow and you learn who you are and what you're here for, what you stand for, and you move forward from there. So that is really all I'm seeing for you guys. Before we go, I'm actually going to pull one more card because I think you guys could use it. These are the Stress Less cards here. Sorry about the lighting today. It's not the greatest. It's early in the morning and winter. So, ooh, we've got some cards that really want to come out. Can I get a card? Just one card, Spirit, for pile one. Okay. Those did not want to go back in. I've actually got I've got two cards for you. So the first one I have is Stand Up Straight. Is it gonna focus for you? No. When you're out and about walking the next time, pay attention to your posture. Push your chest forward, press your shoulders down and back, and lift your nose up just a bit. Imagine you're a puppet and someone has a string attached to you, pulling you straight up. Breathe with pride. When you have a good posture and not a bad one, as a stressed out person often has, your body will get more oxygen and feel more refreshed. A good posture will also make you feel more powerful. The cramped feeling usually attached to the stress will be reduced. This is also something that you can really practice with yoga. Just gentle yoga poses, especially if you are somebody who suffers from chronic pain or just aren't feeling very flexible, or you don't believe that you're flexible. Quite literally doing one yoga pose a day for a minute and just doing that will help change your posture. The more that you allow yourself to stand up and stand up straight, it's not about lecturing you on how you're standing. It's about the feeling of your own self-worth. For a very long time, I used to stand very hunched over. I was holding so much in that wanted to flood out, and I wouldn't let it flood out, so I would hunch over. And now I've learned how to stand up straight. Now the other one is say you're great. Write down a list of things that you like about yourself and stuff you excel at. Use a moment to notice all the great things you are. You can do the list with the help of this question. If you were someone else, what things about you would you envy? When you pay attention to the good things in life and in yourself, you don't just make them stronger, but you also feel more complete and more powerful. If you only pay attention to the things you lack, you will feel incomplete and unsatisfied, which adds to the feelings of stress. So stress is really, it's so toxic for the body, for the mind, for the soul, and we never realize just the level of stress and what it does to us. Not just on that physical level, but when we start breathing more deeply, when we start seeing that we are amazing, you are amazing, you are great, you are beautiful, and you are so unbelievably gifted and talented and resilient that no one can take away from you. No one can take away your resilience. And that resilience makes you one of the most resourceful people ever. You can go into a situation knowing that this is going to be stressful. This is going to be hard. This is going to have dissonance, or it's going to have this back and forth negative energy, but you can go into it knowing that. And so you can protect yourself. You can stand up straight and you can say, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. when you release the things that you're holding on to that hold you back, that courage, that conviction, that understanding that you are gifted and blessed from the divine, it outweighs all of it. And the grief flows out, flows through you, and you really do feel like a completely different person. And everyone in your outside world will respond when your inside world projects outward. You guys have so many amazing things coming and for you, and this Aquarius season is really a chance for you to let new ways in. Let new ways of being in, so that this stress can be relieved. So that you can see that your gifts are blessings, not curses, and they will help you heal, because you are worthy of healing. All right. If this resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my next and upcoming videos. And share with a friend if you feel like there is something in this message for them. If you picked multiple piles, see the timestamp down in the description box. And I just want to say thank you, guys. I can see how hard this journey has been for you, and I want you to know that you're not alone. You're never alone, and I believe in you. Okay? You can follow me on socials. Just check the description box, the about box. And I just want to say thank you again so much for joining me, and I wish you guys all the best in Aquarius season. All right, bye. Hello, my pile twos. If you selected pile 2, we're going to get right into it. So I'm going to put the tarot cards aside for now, and we'll get into the oracle decks first, just to get the overall energy of Aquarius season for you guys. And then we'll pull some tarot cards, and then we'll really see where we're at from there. So we're starting off here with Gate 7, and it says Earth above and water below. And this is a Leo energy placement. So maybe check where Leo is in your natal chart, or what planets you have in Leo. And it says the rising of the inner warrior. And this is in the self center or the G center. And the centers of these are actually corresponded to human design chart. So it would be equivalent to what we would think of chakra-wise as the heart center. So the challenge that you're going to be facing during Aquarius season is a lack of stability leading to weakened boundaries. The lesson that you will be learning through this challenge is the embodiment of the guidance within to the outer world. And the frequency is the purity of loving and forgiving thoughts towards yourself and others. So your inner warrior is always about you. It's always about you. And with this being all about the boundaries that you have and loving and forgiving in thoughts, your mind is where you're going to be seeing this challenge. It may or may not, I'm going to move this just a little bit away from the flame. You may or may not actually see it in the outside world. The likelihood is, from what I can feel from your energy, is this is all about your inner world. Your inner world. So let's go ahead and pull your other oracle cards. We have liberation. The doubts and fears still come up. You do not believe anymore that they are you. That is, I'm sorry, that's just freaking awesome. And then you have the card of the High Priestess of Air, number 6, and we'll get into that in just a minute here, guys. And then for your mindful message, it says, together. I love working together with others and how it makes once impossible dreams possible. I see there is strength in unity and how much we can accomplish together. Asking for help is not weak, it is powerful. All right. Pile number 2. And you guys chose this citrine stone, which is corresponded to the solar plexus chakra. We've got the heart chakra, but we very much have solar plexus, the heart, and the third eye here. Very strongly with those. The high priestess of air is all about how we can use our thoughts in a positive or a negative way. Our thoughts can be our help, or they can be our hindrance. It really is up to you how it is. Are you going to play into the doubts and fears and hold yourself back from being who you are and bringing who you are out into the outer world? Or are you going to embrace this togetherness of you and your spirit guides, and you and your loved ones, and you and your friends and your families? And the thing is when you realize that you have boundaries that need to be established, establish them. Who says that you can't? Who says that you don't have the right to? Those boundaries are meant to liberate you. They are absolutely 100% meant to liberate you. And when you liberate yourself from your own doubts and your own fears and your own insecurities, your inner warrior rises up. Leos get a lot of flack. They really do. Like, you're so proud and you're so blah, blah, blah. And they say it so negatively. But you know what? Be proud of who you are. Be proud of, this is what I will and will not accept. And say, this is my truth. This is my path. And if you want to be together with me, then you will respect this boundary and you will not cross it, and communicate that. You have the high priestess of air. She is very similar to me as the Queen of Swords. She's going to cut straight to the chase. She knows her emotions, but she also knows her boundaries. And this pile is all about your personal power. Your personal power and your personal boundaries. And boundaries are not a negative thing. Boundaries are there to help grow and strengthen who you are so that you can do the work that you're here to do. So you can live the life you're here to live. So you can live fully for yourself. There's some really powerful, like, self-empowerment energy coming in for you guys. So let's take a look at your tarot cards here. Okay, we're going to take a look. Spirit, what do we have for pile 2? Spirit, what do we have for pile 2? We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Wands. I am not surprised to see that whatsoever. And the Ace of Wands. Spirit, what else do we have for pile 2? Spirit, what else do we have for pile 2? I'm sorry if you guys hear the meowing in the background. I've got kids and cats right now. Kids and cats. Alright. Pile 2. The Magician. What else do we have for Aquarius season? And the Four of Wands. Holy wand energy, guys. And then the back of the deck, we have the Hermit. Well, you know, I think Spirit has a sense of humor. Okay, so let's get into this. So the Wheel of Fortune, oh man. So we're going into Aquarius energy, and you have this starting off with the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is really, when it pops up like this, it's the eye of destiny and fate is just, it's on you. It is on you. And you've been in this struggle. I can see it right here. I can see it with these two cards. I can see this struggle of, this is who I am and this is what I want for myself. But the question that I'm getting is, what are you fighting for, and is it worth it? And it isn't meant to challenge you of, to the point of being afraid. What are you fighting for, and is it worth it? And if it's worth it, then you're going to be given this brilliant new idea for a pathway forward, and it's just going to flow. It's going to flow. So when you decide what it is that you're fighting for and whether it's worth it or whether it's time to walk away from what you're fighting for, everything changes. Your destiny and your fate start working together, bringing stuff together for you, for your benefit, in ways that you cannot imagine. The Hermit, and then we've got the Two of Swords underneath, and the Hanged Man. Oh my gosh, you guys, and the Four. Okay, if I keep pulling these. Okay. What I was going to say before I started pulling them is the Hermit is the energy that you're coming out of. That is what I heard immediately. The Hermit is the energy you're coming out of, and now I can see a much bigger why you're starting it off with this Wheel of Fortune and Seven of Swords, or Seven of Wands. Wow, Seven of Swords. Freudian slip, perhaps. But you feel like you have to fight against your destiny. You feel like you have to fight against your fate because of what you want in life, and you think that that's not part of what you are destined for. But the thing is we don't have wants like that. We don't have these desires, these dreams, these visions for our lives. We don't have them if they're not meant for us. Everything that you see, that you have envisioned for yourself, is something that you are meant to experience in one way or another. All you have to do is believe in that. That one thing, that one belief that you hold, that you pull in and you pull into yourself and you say, this is what I want, this is what I will and will not accept, and I am going after it. Look how everything changes. And like I said before, there's so much solar plexus energy here. It's so very strongly in your solar plexus, your personal power, your empowerment, I am here, this is me, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to do. And when you do that, there's so much celebration, there's so much newness and energy and refreshment, and the way forward is clearing for you because you are the magician. You know that what is above belongs below, which means that you know that the visions that you've had will manifest in the world. And you know that what you hold within is what your outside world will reflect back to you. And because you know these things, it's time. It is 100% time for you to embrace fully who you are and give forgiveness to yourself. Let yourself free. Liberate yourself. Give forgiveness to the others for just doing the best they could with where they were at. They didn't know any better. Even if you knew better at the time, or you know better now, you didn't know better at the time. Everyone is doing the best that they can. You don't need to keep fighting and struggling. That time frame for Aquarius season, it really is opening up. As long as you, not even that, just it is opening up for you, and all you have to do is make a choice. Decide that this is the way that I'm going to go. I am going to be firm with my boundaries. I am going to choose myself. I am going to choose my path. And I'm going to choose to believe in myself and in my destiny and in my fate and in my ability to live the life that I want to live with the people that I want to live with. And I am taking this as my own personal power and my personal strength. So let's take a look. We're going to get a couple clarifier cards. This is the Wild Offering deck. So Spirit, why don't you show me a little bit more for pile 2. Anything else? It says, while we're shuffling, it says despair. I need your divine intercession right now, O Great Spirit. Lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. That's so beautiful. It feels like, you know, you're getting into this phase where you were angry and then you were sad and you're asking for help. So ask for help. This Together card and despair are so perfectly matched because it is all about learning how, whoa, sorry. It's all about learning how to ask for that help. To ask for help. Working with spirit. So we got 2 more cards for you. The first one we have is contentment. You can learn to rest in what you already have and already are. Suddenly you remember, I am here, I'm right here resting in God. And I use God lightly, please, like, I am not a religious person, I am a spiritual person. And I went through plenty when it came to the church. So I do not use God in the colloquial Christian sense. God is source, spirit, love. And then we have money. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. So, you guys, I feel like you guys have been struggling. You've been fighting. You've been working really hard just to keep afloat. Just to keep afloat. And then you've had these people come in and rock that boat. And just kind of shake things up in your life. But you know what? Every step of the way you guys have handled it. Every single step of the way you have handled it. And that is not something to take for granted. Nor is it something that spirit takes for granted. What I'm hearing is we know that you are worried. We know that you are stressed. We know that you have fears, but please give it to us. Let your doubts and your fears go. Know your worth because we see your worth. And your worth is what matters to us. Please let it matter to you. I'm going to pull one more, and this is the Healing Energy Oracle cards. I'm going to pull one more for you guys. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry guys, my camera battery died just way all of a sudden. So I did pull this one last card for you, and it says the path to light. I make the conscious choice to move toward the light one step at a time. I transform my weaknesses into strengths by mastering my thoughts. I overcome obstacles with positivity and acceptance. I develop my gifts and extend my light to every being unconditionally. And this absolutely, because this is all about you seeing the blessing that you are. Not that anybody else is, but that you are. You are the blessing. And that means that when you do that, you can share the blessing of you with other people. And you don't have to worry about their thoughts or emotions or reactions. Just be you. Just be true to who you are. So I am having so many technical difficulties, which, I mean, should we be I don't think we should be all that surprised because it is Mercury Retrograde. So I am going to stop here, especially seeing how this is all I am seeing for you guys. And if this resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. Share this with other people. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you don't miss another update or another pick a card. And I want to thank you guys all for joining me today, and I wish you guys all the best for your Aquarius season. All right, I love you. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my pile threes. So if you are here and you have chosen pile 3, we're going to get going right away with your oracle cards, and then we will dive into your tarot cards. So let's see what the overarching energy is for your Aquarius season. And you guys actually, excuse me, sorry about that. With your deck, you got one extra oracle card, and see, I'm having trouble getting my words out here. I also had trouble getting your cards out. Your oracle cards were the most resistant, except for the Divine Abundance deck, and that one, it was just kind of everything was flying all over the place. So you guys have some very resistant and hesitant energy. So we're going to be discussing that. So the first card we have is Gate 38, and it says Earth above, fire below, rising out of the fray through an inner journey. And this is Pisces. And right now Pisces has Jupiter and Neptune in it, which is one of the most auspicious things ever and amazing. It is great for manifesting your dreams into a reality that is more expansive and abundant than even you or I could ever fathom. It is the prime energy for our dreams becoming a reality. So this is a very good sign, and I just saw 1:44 on the clock. That may or may not be a synchronistic number for you guys. So this is all about the solar plexus center. And the challenge that you're going to be facing during Aquarius season is overwhelm pulls one under the turbulent waves of life, emotions, thoughts, false beliefs, and seeks to sweep away the essence of our being, leading to lashing out at ourself or others just to break the surface for glorious breath. The lesson is open to your emotions and ride the waves instead of fighting them. Embrace in full vulnerability your own humanity, inside and out, for it is the openness that exudes your inner divinity. And the frequency is inner divinity of humanity is birthed from compassionate empathy, from enduring and surviving the turbulence of the human experience in its fullest form. So even though the solar plexus center is generally about personal power, when it comes to the human design chart, it is also a deeply, deeply emotional center. And I'm sorry. With that, this is all about the inner journey of your emotions. To get yourself out of the strain and the stress and the anxiety and the worry and the fears of being human, of it being okay to just simply be human. I'm going to leave it this way. Just there's something about you guys feeling as though you can't speak your truth. Feeling as though your throat chakra is all locked up, and it's because you think that perhaps it's because you think that there is a right or wrong way to live as a human. There are so many people in the spiritual community who say we we are divine beings. I am a soul having a human experience, but what we don't talk enough about is that human experience. We seek to elevate ourselves up and up and up. We want ascension, we want awakening, we want this, we want that. But the truth of the matter is that, sorry about that, is that we are still human. I'm sorry guys, I'm having technological issues, so if you see my light going in and out, I apologize. Mercury Retrograde. It's been fun. But, and this is actually a prime example. This is a human experience right now. There is so much frustration because my light doesn't want to work, my camera battery died. All of these things, they're human experiences. But I wouldn't be living my life to the fullest of my life if I were not engaging in this activity right now. If I were not sitting here talking to you guys about the frustration of my light flickering continually. And the way that my camera isn't working the greatest and the audio quality is not what I would prefer. You know, all of these things, these are all very human things. And we should not diminish that nature. And it does not escape me that I was having some issues with my throat chakra until I started talking about my frustrations. And you guys chose the blue kyanite stone and the Say Hi Key symbol, which the Say Hi Key symbol is all about emotional and spiritual and physical healing. It is all about that healing. And a blue kyanite stone is for your throat chakra. You guys, what frustrations are you guys holding on to? What are you afraid to speak out? There is this belief that if we speak negativity into the world, we're going to bring it back. I believe that if we give true blue negativity, that's what we get back. Because when you're giving out something that is in that way, but speaking out our frustrations, speaking out our angers and our injustices, and our injustices or perception of injustices, these are things that clear the throat chakra. I watch ASO Tarot, and I love, there was one video, I can't remember which one it was, but she sat and she said, fuck. And see, there, I'm going to do it too. And I'm not going to apologize. She said, fuck. And she said, you know what? When you swear, you clear out your throat chakra. When you speak the things that you are frustrated about, that are locking you up, that are making you want to just rip things apart or burn shit down. When you speak that out, you clear that energy out. You don't manifest it, because what you're doing is you're doing it as a clearing. Everything boils down to the intent in which you put into it. So if the intent is, I need to get this shit off my chest, and I'm going to yell about it, then go yell. Get it off your chest. Because what it will do is clear and heal that throat chakra so you can speak your truth. So you can come forward and say, I don't want to be drowning in this anymore. I choose to break the surface. I choose to swim through life as true to myself. And I will not negate these human experiences, these human emotions, just because I'm on a spiritual journey. There is such power in doing that for yourself and for others. Let's take a look at your other cards. Sorry about that, guys. Delusion. Intention without surrender can be a fast path to delusion. I was just talking about intention. And then we have 34, trapped, Rephiam. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I haven't seen these cards. I am a little amazed. And then we have you guys got two mindfulness messages. And the first one is unique lives. I respect everyone's individual decisions and way of life. We are each on our own unique journey, and my way isn't the only way. My job is not to change others, but to simply love them. And then it is conscious focus. What I focus on, I attract more of. Starting with today, I will be more conscious of what I choose to spend time speaking or thinking of. I will do more of the things that bring me joy and see more of these things begin to effortlessly flow into my life. Holy shit, guys. Wow. So like I said, you guys definitely have this trapped energy. And it is so there. It runs the gamut, as you can see with the colors, and I always associate colors with chakras. But if you see here, you're going from your throat or from your heart all the way to your crown. Those are your areas. Those are your biggest areas right now. That makes the throat your center, your clinch. It really does. Your throat, when you speak out with intention, and you give it up to the divine. You give it up to spirit. That's what this delusion card is. There are so many people that will speak this is how it's going to be, this is how I'm going to do it, but then you don't surrender it. You don't let things happen. You don't have to be that way anymore. You don't have to keep drowning in this stuff. You're not as trapped as you think you are. This trapped card, and this is the Wisdom of the House of Night oracle cards. And the House of Night is a young adult novel series about vampires and how vampires are, genetic mutations instead of bitten. Anyway, Rephaim in this used to be like an abhorrent creature, half bird, half boy. And then he sacrificed his life, even though he was supposed to be honoring his father who created him out of, he was created from rape and torture. Like he has the worst story and the most beautiful heart. And that's the biggest part, is at the end, Rephaim becomes, in the daytime, a bird, and at nighttime, a boy. And that's who he is. He has this dualistic nature of man and beast, and it would seem as though he's trapped. As a bird, he's trapped. But he's not, because you know what? During the day when he's a bird, he's not trapped. He gets to spread his wings, and he gets to fly, and he gets to fly into the sun and experience the joy of just being what he is. And then he changes back into the boy at night, and he gets to experience all the joys of being a genuine human. And this is so perfect. We are not trapped in our human bodies. We are not trapped in the lives that we're living. We are not trapped in our reality. We are blessed to experience both a spiritual level of awareness as well as a human experience in this life. And it is amazing that we have that blessing. Rephaim never once said, I am so, this is awful, this is terrible, I don't want to be a bird. No, he loved it. It was a rush, it was a thrill to spread his wings and to feel the air on him. And at night he got to be with the woman he loved and experience all the things that he never thought he would be able to experience, because before he had opened himself up to a different way of being and a different way of believing that he could be and who he truly was within. Before he did that, He just mindlessly followed what he was told and hurt people for no reason. No reason other than anger and fear. Pure and utter delusion. There was an intention, but there was no surrender. We are all so unique, and this uniqueness that we carry within us is the beauty of that human experience. So focus on your uniqueness. Focus on the uniqueness of others, but don't try and say your way is wrong or my way is wrong, so I have to adhere to you. Instead, say, I respect you, but I don't need that in my life. And I hope nothing but the best for you, and you walk away. That frustration that builds dissipates, and you speak your truth. So let's take a look at your tarot cards here. And I'm working with, on your pile, the Chakra Wisdom tarot cards. I think is what they're called. Oh, buddy. Let's see. Yeah, the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. And this deck is absolutely gorgeous. And I would genuinely suggest it for anybody who is looking for any kind of deeper wisdom or insight into their chakra systems, or even just meditations, because each of the cards comes with a meditation. But today we're just going to be reading them. So, Spirit, what do we have for pile 3? What does pile 3 need to know for this Aquarius season? You have the Hierophant, the 5 of Wands, and I don't read reversals, and especially with these cards, but I'm going to move this here. What else, Spirit? We've got third eye and throat chakra. Okay. The Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords. Wow, you see, there's so much. There is so much with your upper chakras. Your throat and your third eye, especially. There's something about the way that you perceive your communication here. And we've got 5s. There's a lot of change coming in. A lot of change coming in. And then the Sun. Oh, so beautiful. Oh my gosh. And on the back of the deck, we have the Star. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to put it over here. Oh, what wish does your heart have, honey? What wish does your heart have? What are you looking for? You've got third eye and throat chakra so strongly here. What dreams and what wishes do you have? I am so overwhelmed. I feel like your guides in spirit are literally sitting here going, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want to experience? What do you want to feel? What do you want to know? What do you want? What do you want? What do you dream? What do you hope? What do you wish? Tell us. Tell us. What is it? Don't you know you don't have to fight for this anymore? Don't you know that there are no rules and regulations holding you back? You're not trapped. We would never seek to trap you. Don't you know that your happiness is all we want? Don't you know? What do you want? What do you hope for? What do you dream of? What do you want? Please tell us, please. Your guides really want you to reach out. They want you to get reconnected. There is some sort of disconnect going on with your throat chakra, with your third eye. What are you afraid of? And why are you afraid of your own power? You are worthy of happiness. You deserve it all. You do. You just have forgotten. Somewhere along the way you've forgotten. And this Aquarius season is really asking you to remember. Remember who you are. Remember where you came from. Remember how hard you have fought. But know that you don't have to fight anymore. Let's see. What else do we have here, Spirit? Have anything in here, Spirit? Whoa! Whoa! Oh, okay. Apparently Spirit wants you to have all of them. So, we have the first one is heal, don't heal. Your worth is not defined by what another person tells you. Allow yourself to fly free of control and power of others over your sense of self. Your path in life is for you to live to its fullest, and no one should be allowed to limit you. Be limitless. Be boundless. Let yourself heal and never heal to anyone else. Be free. And then we have change and control. When will you realize that in order to change, you must relinquish control? Controlling others brings about a karmic debt which may hold the potential to hold your growth indefinitely. Relinquish your pattern of control, release your negative ways, and take the steps to repair. This is your path to changing. Destiny is not fickle. Free will and the ego whisper lies. Why do you seek to place blame upon the shoulders of destiny for your choice to be deafened? Can you not glimpse the truth through the mirage of your ego-driven choices? Destiny still awaits you, loyal to the end. You hold the power of free will. What will you choose? I'm going to put this on Raphaim because this card is quite literally exactly what I was talking about. And I feel like I need to tell you his story because it feels so important for you to understand that you choose. You choose. You choose what you want to believe. You choose whether you're going to be trapped or not. You choose. And that is the thing. He thought he was destined to be a monster. It was how he was born. It was what he knew. He thought he was destined to be a monster. But he's the one that had the power to choose. Destiny is never fickle. Fate is never fickle. You choose your path. And when you listen to the whisperings of the pain-induced or pain-centered ego, you lose sight of the divinity within yourself and within others. And that's when that control comes in. And that's the perfect definition of delusion. What is the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a new result. Do not deny the lessons of the moon. The moon will lead you in the dark of night. Allow it without constraint or conflict to shine on those parts of you denied too long. Gaze into your shadow to fully learn the lessons your mind, body, and soul require for their growth into authenticity. Shadow work is your path forward under the moon. So here's something. Actually, we'll talk about the moon in a minute because I want to get these cards for you. Okay, your pain is not being suffered alone. Gentle heart, though you may feel lonely and alone, suffering in pain and too often in silence. Take refuge in the truth that you are never alone. You are divinely connected. We all share your burdensome pain and are sending you love to ease. You are not alone. And then the final one is, and this is what I'm telling you, I am telling you this is the Sun card, this is the Star card, This is where you are going. This is where you are heading. This is exactly what you need to know, because this is how you're going to be closing out your Aquarius season. I can feel it. The unknown is not meant for fear. It is the starting point of every adventure. Too often in life we become accustomed to that which we know, feeling comfortable without realizing the stagnant energy seeping in. Do not fear when your soul beckons you to leap into the unknown. This calling is what is meant for you, and you have the support, love, and guidance of your spirit, team, and source. Go on your new journey. Go on your new journey. The sun, the star, a new journey, the unknown. This is beautiful. Now let me tell you about the moon. So if anybody who is watching this is living in I'm so sorry, guys, is living in Pacific time, Mountain time, and Central time, we all have this auspicious occurrence this spring in which January 31st, we have a black new moon, which means that it will be the second new moon in the month of January. Now, because of that, it has an extra potent, powerful energy of new beginnings, of new manifestations, and you can use this to double down on the earlier new moon from this month. Not just that, but for those time zones, for those specific time zones, and that includes my own because I'm in Central time, for those specific time zones, here's the best part, the most beautiful part to me. The entire month of February is a black month, a black new moon month, which means that February doesn't have a new moon at all. That new beginning that you start, that you initiate on January 31st carries this fresh energy all the way through the month of February. And this is saying during that time, the work that you can do the shadow work that you can do, the lessons that you can learn from this time frame, from this very, very rare event, an occurrence, because 3 black moons and a February black new moon calendar month, it is very rare to have it fall the way that it's falling this year. We do not have a blue moon this year in my time zone, but we have 3 black moons, including a black moon month. It is amazing. And the last one is actually the kickoff of eclipse season. So this is one of those areas where using these moon cycles is so powerful, and especially for you in this pile. It is so unbelievably powerful that I am like vibrating with excitement right now. I can't tell you the emphasis of what do you want? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? What are your wishes? What are your goals? Tell us. Tell yourself. Heal yourself, and don't pander to anyone else. Everyone is unique, including you. This is what you get to look at and look forward to. So don't diminish yourself. Fully embrace it. Because I'm telling you, right now, your inner journey, you're going to be breaking the surface. But even more than that, it's like drowning for an entire lifetime, and suddenly the water disappears and everything is lush and abundant and fertile land, and you can breathe. You can breathe. And you tell yourself it's a delusion that it's never going to come, but I'm telling you, you're not trapped. It's coming. It is coming. I can feel the energy. It's coming. You just have to believe yourself, believe in yourself, and move forward in that energy. Tell your guides, tell spirit, tell yourself, what do you want? What do you want? Be as human as you can be. If you want a mansion and 80 cars, Tell Spirit, this is what I want. I want to feel this. I want to experience this. I want this joy. I want this experience. Please help me get there. Guide me there. Help me. And then focus on bringing that joy and that experience into your existence. You guys have a very, very jam-packed Aquarius season, but it is going to be profound. I am not seeing anything else for you guys. I am so excited for you guys. If this resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my other videos coming up. And let me know in the comments. Tell me what your dreams and your goals are. I want to know. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, if something doesn't resonate, please leave it behind. It's definitely meant for somebody, but it may not be meant for you. Have a wonderful day. Hello, my pile fours. We are going to get right into it. We're going to do the tarot cards later, but we're going to start here with your oracle cards. And you did actually get extra oracle cards as well. Pile 3 did as well. So the overall theme and energy for your Aquarius season is Gate 53. It is wind above, mountain below. Developing one's inner stillness brings great strength of character, and this is Cancer energy. So check your natal charts to see what house Cancer falls in, is what I'm hearing. It's just more about the house that it falls in. Cancer is the traditional ruler of the 4th house, but there's something about where it falls in your actual natal chart that Spirit wants you to be aware of. And this gate is actually in the root center, and the challenge that you're going to be facing during Aquarius season is growing up is hard to do, so we become restless in immaturity and never slow down. The lesson that you're learning for this challenge is open your inner horizons through slowing down, seeing within, and that which exists within projects outwardly. Allow for expansion of the self in growth and awareness. And the frequency is knowing yourself to be the embodiment of abundant in spirit leads to abundance in life. And strength of character comes through being, no longer seeking. So this is all about just being. Being you. Being in the moment. Letting yourself grow out of that teenager mindset of woe is me and the world is against me and everything is terrible, and seeing that there is true beauty in just being. And no one can tell you how that feels or how that's going to look in your life. Even I can't. You just will see it and know. So let's take a look at your other ones. Limitless. See yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. I love that. That again, when you are in a state of being, you literally are limitless. And then you are open to receiving guidance and blessings and messages in so many different ways. Just simply by being who you are. Slowing down. Then we have card number 26 and honesty. And 41 and belonging. House of Night. And then for your mindful message, we have inspiration board. If I am ever feeling down or bored, I spend time creating a vision board to place in my home. I fill it with quotes, pictures, and desires that bring me inspiration and joy. What truth do you tell yourself? about your life, about who you are, about where you belong. This is the House of Night Wisdom, or the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck. And it is based off of the book series, The House of Night. And the House of Night is a school, it's many schools throughout the world that house vampires in the book. And all these vampires are seen as the people who are on the outside of society. Where do you feel as though you are outside? Where do you feel as though you have been in the cold? Where have you felt like you can't be honest about who you are and what your worth is? What truths do you tell yourself? And are they serving you anymore? I'm not one for vision boards. I know that I have suggested it to other people, and it's been suggested to me a couple of times, but for me, it has never been a resonant idea. But what I will tell you is the difference between, for me, an inspiration board and a vision board is I have inspirational pictures everywhere that keep me going, that keep me hopeful. I literally have a picture on my wall that says, wake up, kick ass, and repeat. Because that's how I want to live my life. I want to wake up and I want to kick ass, and then I want to repeat it over and over again. Because that's the life that I choose to live. I have a board above my desk that says, like a boss, and it has little clips, and I put my prototype oracle cards on there so that I can look at them, so that when I'm ready to channel the information for them, I have spent enough time visualizing it and seeing it that I can do with that. Sometimes we need to be able to see the inspiration in front of us in order to rebuild the synapses in our brain that have not been properly utilized, that have not been properly forged, whether that's because of our age or our experiences in life. Sometimes we just need to get really honest with what we want. Slow ourselves down and see the limitlessness of who we are. And that is really what your Aquarius season is about. It's about seeing in a slow down moment all the different ways and options that you can move and change and flow and flux, and going forward with that. So let's take a look at your tarot cards. Where do you feel like you don't belong? Like that's such an overwhelming energy. Something about getting honest, but getting honest with yourself. Get honest and get real with yourself. Where do you belong? Why do you feel like you don't belong? Spirit, what do we have for pile 4? Spirit, what do we have for pile 4? Okay, you've got the Page of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles. You know, the funny thing is the Seven of Pentacles always makes me think of the belonging card. It's that work that you put in for where you want to be, for what you want to see. It's surveying the work that you've done to make yourself belong. What else do we have? We have the Three of Cups, the Chariot, and I'm going to move these. I don't normally read reversals, and I said that in all my piles, and yet Spirit's going, nope, you're going to read it. Just do it. we've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And at the back of the deck, we have the Hierophant. Okay, that explains. You guys, if you resonated with pile 3 as well, I wasn't going to mention it, but the Hierophant popped up in pile 3 as well. And it feels, theirs is a little bit further along than yours is. So this may be where, this is where you're going, this is where you're coming into, and pile 3 is where you're shifting into. If and only if that resonates with you. This is not applicable for everybody. I promise you it's not applicable for everybody. I can see it, I can feel it. But for a select few of you, those 2 piles, you will want to check out. So the Hierophant is your back of the deck energy. So funny. The Gate 53 talks about immaturity, and the Page of Wands is always seen as just the most immature. But you know what? The Page of Wands is one of the most inspirational cards to me, because it is that youthful curiosity of, I want to see and experience everything. And the problem is that you get stuck in this state where I want to do this and I want to experience this, but there's so much work to be done, and I just want to play with my friends. And we all get there. We all do. I am not judging, because I got there too, where I got so tired. I got tired of the inner journey. I got tired of the inner work. I got tired of shadow work. I got tired of the grind of working every day, all day long, trying to build a business, trying to build a following, all of that. And the funny thing is when I finally reconnected with my Page of Wands energy, and I don't know why I'm telling you this story, I just think that it's important, but when I finally reconnected with it, that's when I decided to start this YouTube channel. And this is the very first video, but there's just something about how awe-inspiring it is for me to sit here and finally channel Spirit, as Spirit has been asking me to do for so long, in this way, and seeing everything fall together. And because of that, this 3 of Cups takes on a whole new meaning. It's a lot of people look at the 3 of Cups as like you and your friends, but really it's like all the different parts of who you are coming together harmoniously, because you've done all the work to bring all the pieces of who you are together. And because of that, you shift yourself into the Chariot energy. And when you shift into this Chariot energy, you're literally leaving this hardship of the 5 of Pentacles behind. And that's what I love the most. The Chariot is all about victory, success. It's about taming the light and the dark within you, and being that bastion right in the middle of both. But this 5 of Pentacles, people see this. They see this as they look at the people out on the card, but the thing that always gets me about this card is more so about the hope that is trying to be shown. It's about seeing that there's always community and family and love and unity, even in the harshest of winters, in the worst of times. It's literally like looking at a Dickens novel on a tarot card. I swear it's like Oliver Twist is on this card. But the thing about that is there's this beautiful window, and it's a tree of pentacles, and it's literally Spirit right there saying, change is coming. Please have hope. Please have hope. This card does not need to have that negative connotation. What is your honest truth? Where do you belong? Because this card shows you that even in the hardest times, that you always belong. You always belong. You belong to yourself, and you belong to Spirit. You belong in this world. That's so profoundly deep that you need to understand and see, and you don't have to struggle and go through the strife anymore. Just believe that you don't have to do it anymore. You will be victorious in what you're building, in the pieces of yourself that you're building and bringing together. In the life that you're building for yourself, you will be successful. I'm going to go ahead and pull a few more here. This is the Healing Energy Oracle. There's something here about how you guys have been working so hard. You've been working so hard. And you feel almost childish for believing in the beauty that is coming. But don't. Don't. So these are what we got. We got the voice of the heart. I silence the fear in me and discover the voice of my heart. The fruit of these words guides me. I trust the song of my soul. My intuition leads me on the path of light. And then you got manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms. My intellect shines and my inner light grows. Guys, this is unbelievably beautiful. The work that you're doing, that you have done, it's not in vain. It is not in vain. Clarity is coming, and you have traversed such a massive distance. Just even without going anywhere, you have gone to the depths of hell and back within yourself, just to find all the pieces of you, to bring them together, and they are coming together. That little voice you hear of hope and inspiration, that's your heart, honey. That's your heart. And it is coming in loud and clear. There will be order for you, and justice, and beauty, and balance, and happiness. So let's get you guys a couple of stress less cards here. Okay. I'm going to take that second one. Oh. The first one. Give thanks about the good things. List in your mind or on paper the things you're grateful about right now. Which things are good in your life? What kind of valuable things are in your life at this moment? Write down the small things too. Try also to find things that you may have taken for granted. Gratefulness boosts positivity in the body, helps you concentrate on the here and now, and reduces the feelings of stress. That again goes hand in hand with that inspiration board, but this is what I was giggling about. That's a great idea. Listing your best qualities, listing anything that you're grateful for, just being grateful. A gratitude journal is a great idea. It's not for everyone, so just think like, okay, what am I grateful for? I am grateful for, this morning I'm grateful for milk. I'm grateful for lemon poppy seed muffins. I am grateful for the quiet morning I'm having after having a house full of people for a week when we were on quarantine. I am grateful for the way that the snow falls and it looks so pretty, but I get to stay indoors and be warm. I am grateful for the fact that my daughter, while going through a really hard time, asked me for gummy candies, and I had some in my bedside drawer, and so I opened my bedside drawer and I gave her these like ancient, hard as rocks gummy candies, which is not great, but underneath those was a tube of jewelry glue that I have been looking for about 6 months so that I can start making my bracelets. And it was one of those beautifully synchronistic moments because 2 days ago, as I was looking everywhere, top and bottom for it, I literally told myself, if I'm going to find it, it's going to be random and it's not going to be when I'm looking for it. So I might as well just stop looking for it and start living my life. And then I found it. I am grateful for those kind of moments. I am grateful for a husband that goes out and works long hours for his family. I am grateful for the strain and the stress that I have with my 18-year-old adult teenage daughter who puts me through all the challenges of life, but reminds me of why I love being a mom. All of those things, all of those good things that people take for granted, that we see as so difficult or so frustrating, when you give thanks about those good things, when you start listing those good things, more come in. And you start seeing situations in a completely different light. Now I'm going to tell you why I giggled. Thank yourself for being, which is exactly the energy that we started off with. It's time for you to just be. Behind all of your doings is you. Independent of your gains, goals, and everything you do, the true you will show when you give up doing for a while. Close your eyes and thank yourself for being able to just be. Even if it feels hard not to do anything, just sit there and thank yourself for being. Thank yourself for being so much more than you can prove by doing and saying stuff to others. Gratefulness helps us to be in the present moment positively. When you experience the here and now, it reduces stress. You being you is all that Spirit wants. Growing up, allowing yourself to embrace who you are and the beauty of who you are and becoming that. Just being you. I am grateful for you being you. And I am grateful for you being here. Not just at this pick a card, but in the world. I am grateful for you being here. This is all I am seeing for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another pick a card. And share this with somebody else if you feel as though there are messages that resonate for them or would resonate for them. And I hope to see you guys all here soon. Please leave a comment down in the comment box. Let me know how you're doing. Tell me something you're grateful for. I would love to know. I want to thank you guys all again so much for being here with me today and kicking off this journey with me. I look forward to better quality videos, of course, and better audio when, all my stuff gets situated. And getting to know you guys, and you guys getting to know me, and working together and building a community together. I really do. I love you all. Thank you again for joining me, and by all means, check out all my links in my description box and in my About section on my page. I am not currently open for private readings right now, but I will be soon. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.